I tell you, some people are determined to buy something, even if you tell them it's a bad idea. All right, so basically these particular projectors, these Cracker Jack flip-flop projectors, are known for popping up all over the place. As a matter of fact, I think WeMax or one of them other companies has this micro projector that they just brought out. And these things are going to come out like candy. They're going to pop out like candy. These are going to be the worst projectors you've ever seen. Now, when the projector came out, they had it on Kickstarter. Everybody was talking about how it was 4K. Clearly, it's not 4K. Projectors using pixel shifting. That's not 4K. I can't explain that enough as it is already. So, for all those people who went on YouTube and did those demonstrations on the projector, did those reviews, claiming that the projector was 4K, should have known that it wasn't 4K. They had done enough demonstrations on projectors to know they're experts in the field. They should have known that projector using pixel shifting is not actual 4K, but yet they promoted it as if it was 4K. So I have an extensive conversation with the author of the JMGO on their forum site, right here on the site on Facebook. I was able to get the information that was needed to get them to admit that the projector was a 1080p projector. Because I asked them a basic question that a lot of people just didn't want to answer them. What's your pixel count? Because basically, if you're not reaching 4K, then you don't have a 4K pixel count. So I got people so commented on the video. Matter of fact, they're even commented on the video that I just did, showing you that the projector is not 4K. If you go out and buy the projector, then guess what? You can't complain that it's not 4K. You can't complain that it's not 4,000 lumens because it's not 4,000 lumens. You can't complain about that because the information was given to you that it wasn't. It's like people went out and bought the Valve projection screens and they swore up and down this was a completely different screen and find out the screen is nothing more than a light gray screen. It matches a white screen. It does the same thing my wall does in the next room. And people spent $700 for that screen. That's pretty bad. $1,000 for 120 inch. Name brand projectors don't use pixel shifting. None of them do. You know why? Because they have the money to have actual 4K. That's why. Why in the world, if I'm a big company like Optima or one of the big companies, LG or one of them, why would I even bother with pixel shifting? I have the ability to actually produce a projector with the native 4K attached to it. None of these projectors have native 4K. None of them. You have literally bought a projector that you could have easily got a cheaper one that would have been native 4K. Easily. Now, for anyone to sit there and say, oh, he doesn't own the projector, well, guess what? I got better than that. I actually talked to the individuals who make the machine. Right here. This is the author of the page. It's by the company. Talking to them directly, back and forth. How many conversations did you have with them back and forth? I'm pretty sure not as many as I had. I guarantee the only conversation you had is, okay, here's your credit, here's my credit card. This is where I bought it, this is my address. That's the conversation you had. The conversation I had with them basically was a back and forth, basically challenging them on the specification that they had on the projector. And since I have a great knowledge of this technology and projectors and been in the field for a long time, I know what questions to ask to get someone to crack at the end of the day. I did it with Valve, went in Valve's forum site, had a conversation with them, pressured them a little bit, got them to admit the projector was a 1080p base projector. Oh boy, how does that feel at the end of the day for people who thought that was 4K? Look, the first red sign that pops up on a projector, and the first thing you should ask, is it native 4K? Does it have the capability to be native 4K? And at the first minute they say pixel shifting, you need to basically take your credit card and put it right back in your wallet because that is not a 4K projector. Now, how do we know 4K is 4K? Well, there's basically a pixel count that declares that it's 4K. And if you don't have that pixel count, then you don't have 4K. So you can't declare something as being 4K when it doesn't have the pixel count to make it 4K. It's very simple. But these are people at the end of the day that are arguing with me that want to hear me say, yes, it's okay, go buy it. We support it 100%. You will never hear that come out of my mouth. The reason why, when people say I'm ranting, it's not ranting. It's the fact that you don't see the nightmare that's coming. These things are going to flood, and I mean flood just everything. They push these projectors out so fast. I just saw a few minutes ago, like I said, I saw a mini version of a WeMax, a little mini version of it, making all these claims it can do this and do that and blah blah blah, and it can't do any of those things. These projectors, when they first came out, were claiming to be a whopping 5,000 lumens and 150 inches at 4K, and they weren't even close to it. Some people just never learn, but the information is right there, and you can see it right there for yourself. The conversation I have with the fellow, and the fellow sits there and tells me that it's a 1080p projector. Sorry about that. Let me get a little closer on this one right here. You can get that conversation we had back and forth. There you go. So if you bought this projector, you don't have 4K. You have a 1080p projector. And then they said they're using some form of laser cross system, and this is how DLP projectors are designed today. No, they're not. They're not designed that way at all, period. There have been dozens of new projectors that came out that were DLP. You ever seen any of those at Pixel Shooting? No, because they don't use them. What's the point of using it if you already have native 4K already to begin with? Oh, and by the way, those you want to hook that up to an audio receiver that produces a 4K signal, guess what? That ain't gonna work too well for you, because that's producing a 1080p. Can't pixel shift the signal. Not an audio signal, you can't. So you're gonna have a sound delay. You know, when people started hooking up 720p with 1080p receivers, and they would get that slight little echo delay, it wasn't sync right, that's what you're gonna pick up automatically. Do you have 4,000 lumens? No, you do not have 4,000 lumens. Look, here's the thing. I got 4,000 projectors. I know what 4,000 lumens looks like, all right? Take a 4,000 projector, you stick that in an environment, it's going to be able to generate all that light with no problem whatsoever. The image may not look all that great on the screen, but it's still going to be able to generate. The fact that they have to darken the environment for 4,000 lumens is a major red flag staring you in the face. Let's go pop over. We'll do another field trip real quick. That's because people want to buy this machine and they just don't want to accept that it is what it is. And what's going to happen is you're going to be stuck in the dark. If you're using it to replace your TV set, keep your TV, trust me. Now this is the same company that sat there and said on Amazon that their projector can actually generate to 3,600 lumens if hit with an ambient light projection screen. I'm sorry, people, that's not possible. I swear, they spit out so much fake information that people are now starting to think that this is the normal. That is sad. That is extremely sad. Let's see. So it's a laser projector. At that, it's a laser and it's that freaking dim. All right, so these are all the people who sat there and said that this projector was 4K. Oh man, that is a huge piece of humble pie. If any one of these guys announced, after we got the information we have now, showing that they admitted that the projector is 1080p, and these people are doing reviews saying that it's 4K, that's not gonna be good. So let's see, who said it was 4K?
Attention is an act of determination to go where you couldn't before. Your
4K resolution. It's rated for 4,000 lumens and covers 110% BT 2020 color space. It is a laser. What's up, guys? Today we'll be checking out JMGO's N1 ULTRA 4K projector. It comes in a hard foam carrying case for portability, along with a remote control and a power adapter. This is.
Now he mentioned it was a 4K projector. It's not 4K, it's 1080p. They're just said it themselves. But let's see where we're going at. And there's no way in the world. No, that's not going to produce 4K.
It's a triple color DLP projector using the TI .47 chip, which will pixel shift to provide full 4K resolution. It's rated for 4,000 lumens and covers 110% BT 2020 color space. It is a laser projector, so you'll get up to 30,000 hours of lamp life. It's compact, weighing 9.9 pounds and measuring 9.4 inches wide by 7.9 inches high by 9.29 inches deep. There's two 10-watt speakers on board, as well as two HDMI 2.1 inputs with support for ALLM and EARC. It's got one
This reminds me of the Apple computers. Remember the Apple computers that had the monitor and everything all in one? That's what it reminds me of.
USB input and also one 3.5mm headphone jack. It runs on Android 11, so you'll get smart features like Google Assistant and Chromecast built in. Once the projector is set up, you'll be taken to the home page, which is your standard Android TV homepage. Scrolling through, you can see that it's fairly snappy. There's a little bit of lag to it, but it's not too bad. Let's go over and take a look at some of the projector settings. This new gimbal design, as they call it. So dropping it on the table and pointing it at the wall will get you a nice level image. It takes the guesswork out of setting it up.
So for a 4,000 lumen projector, why is it sitting in the dark? It's a 4,000 lumen projector. You know how powerful 4,000 lumens is? Why is it sitting in the dark? I suppose if you turn the lights on, the screen will wash out because it's not officially 4,000 lumens.
Although, like I mentioned earlier, if you want to get the best image out of it, you'll want to take your time and line it up to your screen and get it as squared up as possible without the use of any digital trickery. This will give you the full 4K resolution out of the projector. I should also mention that if you are sensitive to the rainbow effect, you may see it from time to time on the N1. That said,
so you said 4K resolution, and yet we have here about the company saying it's 1080p. So which one is it? Is it 4K or is it 1080p? Because right here it's saying that it's a 1080p projector. What is the pixel resolution for 4K? Pixel resolution for 4K. Right there. 4K. There is no way in the world that projector at pixel shifting is generating generating a compressed image to be to do that. Not even going to happen. $3840 by 2160. So if it's producing a 1080p pixel count, then where are the extra pixels for the 4K? It's basic common sense, people. It's basic common sense. People sit there and say, oh, it's about... No, it's not about hate. It's the fact that I can't see fake projectors that are just basically coming up all over the internet, all over in freaking the marketplace, all over in different Amazon and eBay. You got people now that are getting duped on projectors that they literally think are 50,000 lumen projectors at 8K. These things are the size of freaking little, like VCR tapes. They're small little projectors. This is where all that nonsense started to begin with. These companies churning out these fake projectors that were claiming to be 15,000, 8,000, 5,000 lumens, 4K, all this other nonsense. And now, people are cashing in and just making them just slightly a little bit better than the smaller versions, and they're charging all this money for it. You're going to pay that much money for a projector with native 4K attached to it? Yeah, if that's the case, guess what? I got a bridge over in Brooklyn. You can have it with no money down, and I'll sell it to you. Because literally, there were people that were dumb enough that literally bought the bridge in New York City. Look it up. It's a pretty interesting documentary on that. People literally bought the bridge and got scammed. Gee whiz. This is about as worse as I can see. Worse as it's going to get. True. What is true? What is true 4K? You can look it up for yourself. What is true 4K? Right there. There's true 4K. So that means if the projector has 3840 by 2160, it is producing true 4K. Anything underneath that is not 4K. What the frick was that? Hold on for a minute. I know they didn't delete that if any chance. I think they deleted it. Wait, hold on. Is it there? Is the conversation there? I think they got rid of the evidence. Oh man, I hope they didn't, because we're in a live stream. I hope they didn't go in and just remove that. Because they did, that is pretty bad. That's gonna be good for them. That's gonna be extremely bad for them. That we got them deleting it the live stream. It's missing. The post is now missing. All right, I'm gonna just make sure. Yeah, it was supposed to be right in here. This is where it's supposed to be. So let me get this straight. JMGO, let me see, the projection stream company. Did you not just come in and delete in the middle of a live stream that we have? Keep in mind, you can delete that all you want. You do know I screenshot that, right? So I screenshot it and I did another video on that, just in case if you guys decided to come in and remove that. Which means shows that's evidence you tried to hide. Gee whiz, that's pretty bad. This is not going to go well for you. This is really not going to go for you. You never ever give me that kind of ammunition. I tell you, I couldn't make it up. We watch people do it. We watch companies do it. Try to hide evidence. Are you trying to hide evidence? Because right there, you clearly said something and now it's gone. Just so you know, I have copies of this. I also have screenshots and form sites too. So guess what? Your whole entire purpose of trying to make it disappear was for nothing. And now you just made yourself look guilty. I'm taking this to a form site today, a couple form sites that you wanted, and you actually removed the post. Now I want to make sure. I'm going to scroll through this nice and slow to see if it's here. I'm not seeing it. Because my comment that I put in right about, let me see if my comment's even in there. Yeah, you've removed my comments. You know this is going to go in the title of the video now. This is definitely going to go in the title of the video. So basically what just happened is the hiccup you just saw on my page is automatically refresh. The company under JMGO went in and removed my section from their page. And in that section was a lot of questions that we were pressuring them on to give us information on the projector, whether the projector was showing real 4K, if the projector was basically 4,000 lumens. And as you can see, my article, we're talking back and forth, is not even there anymore, it's gone. But just a little message to, I'm saying your name incorrectly, it's not to be disrespectful, but JMGO, just to let you know that I have a recording of a video saying that your product is not 4K, especially dedicated to that whole section in there. Also too, the April the 10th that you're supposed to be showing a demonstration, I'm definitely going to hold you to it because I did a demonstration especially on that by itself too. And I had the screenshots of you making the statement on both of them. Did a demonstration for April the 10th, which I can't wait to see, which is supposed to be a demonstration of the projector showing in a fully lit environment with showing contrast levels only. Can't wait to see that one. And we sent the link of our email so they can post us and send us a link over directly to us so we can see exactly. I'm tell you right from the door, it's not going to happen. They can't back it up. There's no way in the world that that is going to be able to produce in a fully lit environment at 4,000 lumens and show a contrast level. It won't work. Now, as you can see, my article, the conversation back and forth we had with them is now gone. They removed it. But don't worry, I got you. Let me see. Hold on for a minute. Where do we have this at? I think we have it on the phone. Yeah, we do have it on the phone. We have it on the phone. I had it here somewhere. Under our files. And we definitely have the picture on the phone. We can pull it off the phone and go from there. But I can't believe they went in and removed that on a live stream. Oh, goody gumdrops. See, this is why I warn you. All you people who came in here ridiculing me, upset with me at the end of the day, talking about, oh, you know, it's a good projector. Yeah, how you feel about that right now? You literally just watched it in a live stream remove my freaking information. And one of the things they removed off the site was the fact of them actually admitting that the projector was 1080p. And then they removed my information so no one would know about it. Not knowing that I made pre-recordings on everything. This is why we do this, see? So if they're going to hide that about the projector, what else are they going to hide about it? Let me see. Yeah, I'm still on my phone. So I'm going to pull off my phone. I'm going to upload it to our Facebook page. We're going to upload it to the Facebook page so everybody can actually read through the conversation. And then we'll upload the video to the Facebook page too also. You know, we exposed, well actually we didn't expose Valve's screen. If it wasn't for Phantom HD and its demonstration, I would have never known that that screen came that close to matching a white screen. But I've never known it. Very, very shocked it was able to match that close to a white screen. And especially for that kind of money at the end of the day, which is pretty bad. Okay, I'm going to take it off the phone. Later on, I'll take it off the phone and I'm going to upload it to Facebook. But that's good to know. So were they in the room? How did they know? How did they know? Were they in the room? It's kind of interesting to think about that. They had to find out I was actually on their page talking about this 1080p on their projector. How did they find out? I think one of them is in the room. Well, like I said, if you are in here and you did pop in here, just so you know, I've got copies of everything. This is why we back everything up, because we have a history of catching people deleting evidence. Now, will this go to the blacklist? Oh, heck yes, it's going to the blacklist. The reason why it's going to the blacklist is because they try to hide the evidence that the projector's a 1080p based machine. All these people who sat here and did these reviews on this projector basically thought this projector was 4K. But the thing about it is, I don't give them that kind of credit at the end of the day, and the reason why is because these people reviewed enough projectors to know at the end of the day the pixel shifting is not native 4K. They know that already. They all know it. But to have that already right there, saying that they said, oh, it's 1080p, and everybody else is saying it's 4K, which one got it right? And especially this guy right here. This guy right here. This is a shame. This is the reason why we have these crappy projectors on the market.
I just spoke with Lord
because of
Bailey.
individuals like this who do not do their demonstrations correctly.
But also, this is the JMGO N1 ULTRA.
Or JMGO.
I'm absolutely blown.
We've been saying it wrong, but it's not JMGO. We'll go JMGO with it, or GMGO, wherever it is. But anyway, look.
Away by what this thing can do. It is unbelievably good, and it's definitely something that you ought to.
That is the poorest demonstration I have ever seen. You were too lazy to open the blinds all the way up. The reason why, because the screen would have washed out. And I told you, looking at the screen, it's completely washed out. Definitely washed out. That's supposed to be 4,000 lumens. Are you kidding me? 4,000 lumens would have been able to operate in that environment with no problem. That's not 4,000 lumens. That's somewhere in the range of probably somewhere between 25 or lower. That's not 4,000.
It does an incredible picture, even in the middle of the day. Exceptional when the lights are, this thing can do. It is
And this is supposed to be in the middle of the day with the lights on.
unbelievably good, and it's definitely something that you ought to consider. It does an incredible picture, even in the middle of the day. Exceptional when the lights are completely dark, but also it is great for gaming too. This thing just delivers fun.
Now mind you, we did this demonstration on a 1,000 lumen Sony projector at 11 feet back with no problem whatsoever. And we were to do everything in a fully lit environment at 1,000 lumens. They couldn't even generate a demonstration in a fully lit environment at 4,000 lumens, so it was supposed to be at the end of the day. Which means, like I said, all these people who titled their video 4K, guess what? You just lied to the consumers at the end of the day because that projector is not 4K. Let's go find real quick. JMGO. Should be JMGO. Let me see. And mind you, for you should call yourself JMGO, you do know the screenshot, the thumbnail is what you just said in your conversation by saying that the projector is 1080p. So you basically came into a video, or the video we have here, you went onto the site that you have on Facebook and removed that topic right there. You got rid of it. And that's actually the screenshot, the thumbnail for the actual video, which shows that why would you go to remove that to begin with if you didn't have anything to hide?
With our intelligent technology, you can bring your brightest ideas to life.
And I have a quote that's striking. No one did any demonstrations in flooded environments. The ones I saw that did have some lighting, it still was a controlled environment. So these 1 or 1600 where it is, or pixel shift there, it's not going to have any form of in-house lumens. That's what I picked from these projectors. They will darken the environment. I got to look into that a little more deeper into that. That's something cheap on white walls. The reason why the cheapest screen you can show me at the end of the day that having a swivel waiting for answers. Hello.
So who spent the money for this thing? So I'm looking for customers. We're going to be hunting for customers pretty soon who bought this thing. I wouldn't post it if I were you.
Specification, and then come back.
Because it clearly shows you got robbed. Literally, you got robbed.
Right there. You have enough people in different views.
It's right here where it says April the 10th. Remember, they tried to delete everything we talked about. April the 10th, we're supposed to be seeing a demonstration from them. They said, please stay tuned. Oh, I'm going to basically put pressure on you for that one. You should have never deleted that comment section. You should have left it the way it is. Which now we're going to basically come back in and request this from you because we have evidence showing that, you know, we had this conversation. I know you guys try to be slick, go into the page, remove the entire conversation like it never even happened, but I record everything. As a matter of fact, the very video, which makes this video such a gem right now, is the fact that the very video that I use for the thumbnail is you saying that it's 1080p. And this is the same one that you went in and you basically removed that particular area on the site to hide it. So if that's not a reason why to never go near one of these projectors, I don't know what else would be. And keep in mind, it wouldn't just be them. I did the same thing with the WeMax, did the same thing with all the other projectors, the same thing. They're crap. Keep pushing out these machines, you know, and we got people that'll come up there and try to use our products. Our products are not going to work with these machines. They're fake. See right here? This is their projector right there. Literally right there. And on Amazon, they got it posted. You're going to go to Amazon and remove that post too, because you might as well. 2400 lumen projector. Right? The JMGO Ultra Short Throw 2. 2400 lumen brightness. Capable of producing 3600 lumens on an ambient light projection screen. So you make it straight, right? That lamp and that projector is automatically going to transform to 3600 lumens because it's being hit with an ambient light projection screen. Are you kidding me? That's what they wrote right there. Gee whiz, I'll tell you, man, this is what's sad, people. They get on Kickstarter, they put this big old promotion in, they fluff it up with a lot of fluff. They get a bunch of people that basically are known for doing heavy reviews on YouTube, get them to fluff it up even more. And then they basically go in and they put a whole bunch of lies in there for you. And then the consumer comes in and buys that machine and he gets duped. Tell me how this one works out too. Because I haven't heard anyone mention when they did a review about this projector, about this so-called 3600 lumens that automatically generates when you hit it with an ambient light projection screen. Haven't heard that one yet. Still waiting on that one. Oh, shoot, we're still going through this video. $4,000 lumens. Not going to happen. But I'm glad they basically went in and basically got rid of that because, again, it clearly shows that, again, that shows just trying to hide some information. But don't worry, I screenshotted that. I have it on my phone. I'm going to go back and I'm going to actually repost that and give that to you back again, which you tried to hide. And if you're going to sit there and say, well, this is harassment, hey, take me to court. I have no problem with basically exposing you in court. You don't want that at the end of the day. Because basically at the end of the day, the consumers can file a lawsuit against you basically for committing fraud. Valve went through that nonsense when they tried to tell people that the projectors were 6,000 lumens when they weren't even close. Epson sued them in a lawsuit, basically found the projectors were only 1,800 lumens. And don't even bother sending me one because, again, it won't register. I'm not going to be like the yes men. We're not doing that in the day. We're going to put it in a fully lit environment. We're going to put it under serious contrast as it produces in different color levels. We're going to do it the whole 9 yards. Unlike that one person had a half a window open. I don't know what the freak that was supposed to be. Why is my music off? Oh, wrong one. I'm supposed to have music playing. Like, where the frick is my music? Hold on, people. Wait, my fire stick's over here. So it's that music on. I wonder why it's so quiet. That goes in my whole entire. Yeah, I did. Alright, cool. I'm supposed to have music playing in the background. I'm like, wait a minute, what the frick is it so quiet in here? Yeah, you're just better off saving your money. Don't go near these gimmicks. Save your money and just go out and just get yourself a projector, a real name brand projector. That's what you're better off just doing. That's what you're just better off doing. Don't even bother with this. All right, I'm gonna go on and get my screenshot image. I'm gonna be posting it to our Facebook Crystalwood page and our Black Series page. Warning people to stay away from the projector. This video right here, we're going to actually add more to the caption, and what we're going to add to the caption is that yeah, and what do you call it? JMGO, yes, went in and deleted the information of the announcing that their projector, or admitting their projector was 1080p. That doesn't show something to hide. I don't know what is it. Let's check one more time. Let's do a refresh just to make sure it's not our fault. That basically maybe it's a hiccup on our end. So my whatchamacallit should have been right in here. This is where it should have been at. Matter of fact, it should have been right in here. This is where it should have been at, which is not there anymore. And also I noticed my comment here about telling the guy that he was wrong because the projector is not true. Pixel shipping is not true 1080p. Sorry, pixel shipping is not true 4K. Let me see. Nope, I'm still there. All right, that's one of the comments right there. Where I actually made a comment back to this guy and said no. When he tried to sit there and say that pixel shifting is actually true 4K, it's not true 4K at all, period, subline. But my my conversation in here is not even in here at all, period. They removed it completely. So what was removed real quick, caption was removed, basically us grilling them and asking them questions about the projector's 4,000 lumen capability, doing demonstrations in fully lit environments, showing 100% contrast levels, what is the native resolution on the projector, stuff like that, questions we were asking them. And also too, they admitted in the conversation that the projector was basically a 1080p based projector, but try to chalk it up by saying it was using some kind of laser system and other nonsense to make it basically a 4K projector, which is not at all, period. So since JMGO, whatever you call yourself in the day, you felt the need to actually remove that, just so you know that I actually have video recordings on that, and I do have a screenshot of that actual conversation. I took pictures of it on my phone. Because again, you know, it's the same thing I went through with Valve projector. We knew that wasn't a 4K projector also. So buyer beware, you know what I mean? Say now that you know. And now you watch the video demonstration and the thumbnail literally has the conversation right there in the thumbnail showing them saying that the projector was 1080p. But in this demonstration, they also went in and deleted my comments off their page altogether. All right, well, with that being said, I couldn't ask for anything more. I really couldn't. I tell you, I couldn't make this stuff up. I mean, when we sat there and watched the other fellow who was making those fake products actually literally delete the videos off his account and watch them. We got several people deleting videos off their account and trying to hide evidence. Man, I'm telling you, can't make it up. Can't make it up. Well, I'm going to rejoice on this one. I got to do some posts. I got to go to some forum sites. Got to go. Thank you all, and God bless.